Good morning and welcome. It is Monday the 30th of May. I am Flatcap Callum and I'm hoping you are all very, very well. Coming up today, a brief review of yesterday. I've then got three-quarter stake day. So I've got two lucky 15s. £15 is our stake today. I will also do a review of the golf and a rundown of the stats for last week, which do read pretty grimly. All right. So, review of yesterday, 5 on, no return. That is what we had. Morgenstern ran awful. It was jumping terribly. Ingleby Hollow couldn't quite get in the frame. I think it was third. Peak Too Soon was third, 9-1. So, nothing back off the £5. It was a speculative one. Interesting. Fontwell, favourites went through the card. One race joint favourites, but favourites went through the card at Fontwell. Utoxeter, best price horse that made the frame. Peak Too Soon, 9-1. There really wasn't a lot of value knocking about yesterday, so I had a little go. It is what it is. We got nothing back. So part of the gig, and do these channels is some days you come out and you got some great bets and you land some nice wins and it's great and you celebrate, and other times you hit bad spots like we're in now and just got to come up and front it, and it's part of it. So I'm fortunate. I've got a back history on this channel so far of making money. We've made money every month, but when you're in a bad spot, if you've only watched in a couple of weeks, it doesn't look very good at all. So we're here today. I've got some more bets. I actually quite like. I originally thought this wasn't going to be such a good day, but I'm happy with those two lucky 15s I've got coming up. So we'll see how we go with those. But yeah, the stats for last week are all pretty grim. So we finished the week for horses 110 on, 50.78 back. So that's a loss of £59 on the horses. Golf 10 on, 176 back, a loss of 8.24. You put it together, 120 on. Loss of 52.54. 52.54 back, a loss of £67. So it doesn't look good. It's the third worst week on the channel. So both in terms of amount of money and percentage. So since the 10th of January when we started, third worst week, and it came off the back of making an unprofitable week the week before. So the last 2 weeks haven't been good. Last time we had a decent win was 2 Sundays ago. Having said that, the week before the last 2 weeks, we made more money than we've lost in these 2 weeks, but that doesn't necessarily help you if you've only been watching the channel for a couple of weeks. And so that doesn't feel great to keep coming out every day and talking about the losers, because we did go through the whole of last week. We lost every day last week. So last time we had a win was week last Sunday of any description. So we lost every single day last week, and that feels rubbish when that happens. It doesn't happen often. But it did happen last week, so not good. Review of the golf. We actually got something back in the end, not a lot, but Kevin Nard put in a good shift and ended up coming tied 7th. So with Skybet, I took 8 places. So I got 176 back for the golf. So nothing else came off. Lee Hao Tong did what he does sometimes and imploded again. Colin Montgomery went super close. He was 1 shot away from the money. So he was close as well in the end. And then this part of the bet was awful. So yeah, really that's the worst combination bet I've put up on the channel so far. Definitely, it really was well off this week. But it can go like that on the golf. So that was yesterday. That was the golf. That was some quick stats. Other quick stats out of interest, what have I got here? For the channel, we are still 17.5% in profit for all horse bets and 15% all sports, because we're 10% down in the golf. It might not feel like that for the last couple of weeks, and if you're a newer viewer, you're going to think, what is this all about? Because it is a high risk strategy. It's a long-term profitable strategy. And the important thing is, I guess, it is free. I don't charge anything for any of my tips or any of my selections. In the last couple of weeks, you'd be like, yeah, quite right so. But I don't charge anything. There are lots of people out there who charge things and extra Telegram this or whatever, and I'm not into all that. I'm here giving you my tips. I make money from horses. Off the channel, I haven't made money off for 2 weeks either. So that's not a lot of fun for me. But generally, that is what I do. Right. Okay. Here we go. Bet one. So this is our jumps bet. It's Cartmel on again today. Not as good meeting as Saturday. So I've got one at Cartmel, and for those of you looking the James Moffat Charlotte Jones combo, they've only got one horse today. It's at 5-2 shot, so I'm not going there for these bets. 3:45 Cartmel. That's the value horse I think at Cartmel today. Arvico Blue. It's a 6-runner race. I think the favourite's very, very strong. That being said, I think that is overpriced. It's got some form that says that should be much, much shorter than 18-1. And then I'm going to have a go at the Ballinrobe lottery. So low grade jumps. They're big fields, but they can be a bit of a lottery. These are the three I've got. 650. I'm going Powers Bomb. 10s. 720. No idea really how to pronounce this name. Mild Segotia. 16-1. And then 750, No Logic, 11-1. I've done it as a 20p lucky 15. So that's 20p each way lucky 15. And a 25p each way double on the bottom two. Mild Segotia and No Logic. That is bet one. All of those three Sky Bet are 5. And I think they're 5 or all three of those I think at the moment. But watch out for non-runners. So that's bet one. And then bet two, slightly more stake on bet two. Lingfield 355, equally fast. Sky are currently 5, which is a great terms on that race. So it may well drop down, but at the moment they're 5. 14-1, equally fast. It's got some good back form. It didn't run so well last time, but it's got the outside draw, which is on turf on Lingfield. Is what you want on when you get all weather on Lingfield 6 furlongs. I think you're better off on the inside, particularly if you're a front runner. This is a bit of a hold-up horse, so we'll see how we go, but it's got the plum draw, is where you want to be on the turf on 6 furlongs on Lingfield. Let's see if it can utilise it. We then got the 405 Redcar. This is paying 6 on Sky Bet. Biacardi, I think, is the most solid on there. I didn't really like anything that was much bigger. Then we've got 630 Air. Sky are 4 on this race. Most others aren't. So I think it's probably better off with Sky this bet today. Royal Countess 12-1. I quite like that one. And then in the 640 Windsor, it's only 8 runners, and this one's been backed in. It was 9s last night when I first looked at it. I still think it's worth it at 5s. Sky are paying 4 places. You know, if it goes down a runner to 7, then they'll probably go to 2, but they may still hold it on to 3. But you're not going to get 4 places anywhere else. If it went down to 7 runners, I'd still place the bet. It's less good in essence. But if we're going to get a quarter of the odds. It's not the worst bet in the world. So even if there was a non-runner in this 640 wins, I'd still place the bet. Done it as 25p each way, lucky 15. So that's 25p. The one before was less, and a 50p each way double on equally fast and Royal Countess. That is bet 2. That is what I've got for you today. I've gone through the stats. I mean, the actual win strike rate stats weren't good in the end. We had one winner last week, which was the worst we've ever had. We've never had a winner with one week with one winner. 3's the lowest, so it was pretty grim. And the actual placed percentages actually just dropped down below channel average. You've got down to 32%, channel average 35%. So all in all, there wasn't a lot to cheer about last week. So let's get some positive vibes going with what we've got today. We've got 2 days left of the month. I make it for the actual month for horses. We're about 10 behind now. So if we want to continue the run of horses being profitable every month, then need to make it up somewhere. But I'm not going to shy away from a bet just to try and preserve any statistics. So we're about 10 behind the horses. Overall for the month of May, I've got it as 161 in profit because we had a nice golf bet land. So if you bet everything this month, 161 in profit with 2 days to go. So very much all to play for whether we're going to make any money on this month. It isn't about that. It's about long term. But also I try and like to break it down into chunks a little bit so it's easier to understand. Because if I just told you, well, look at the stats at the end of the year, that's less interesting than what we're doing in the current situation. I can't ignore the last 2 weeks have been pretty ropey. Okay. That's what I've got. Enjoy your day. It is Monday, so start of the week. Some of you, that might mean nothing. Some of you might mean you've gone back to work. Some of you it might be half term. Who knows? Whatever you're doing, enjoy it, and I'll see you tomorrow. Another reminder, I've said it once already in the last few days, I'm not planning to do a video on Thursday or Friday this week. I'm having a couple of days out. Not because the channel's doing like gone badly in the last couple of weeks, just because it is healthy. I'm going away for a couple of days, and I just think it might be a very healthy thing to do, to have a couple of days away from YouTube and gambling generally. So my plan is video Tuesday, bumper video Wednesday with golf and anything else that might happen Thursday, Friday that I want to flag. Then no video Thursday, no Friday, and then video on Saturday ready for the derby. That's the plan for this week. All right. See you tomorrow. Thank you very much. Cheerio.